So let's talk about a book, Things Not Seen. It all starts off when our main character, Bobby, wakes up one morning only to find that he has become invisible. So he tells his parents about it, and them not knowing what's happening at all, they freak out over this, as expected. But then after they figure out what's going on with Bobby and that he's completely safe for the physical part, they decide, or at least the father decides, he could go outside, but do it very leniently. Mind you, throughout this the entirety of the book, he's wearing absolutely nothing, but he's invisible, so that makes it okay. So our invisible hero takes it upon himself to gather some information at the library, but what he doesn't see coming is he doesn't see a chair, and the girl getting up from the chair hits him directly in the foot with said chair, moving it to get up. So Bobby tries his best to keep out the scream of pain and agony, but fails to do so, and it gets really, really loud. So the girl behind him, which is sooner or later known as Alyssa, gets up to, just ask what's going on. She turns out to be blind, so he gets away with it. And they end up actually talking a lot, and next thing you know, she's the supporting character. So later on, Bobby decides to get back home to watch the news, in which he realizes his parents got in a car crash. So that really shook him up a lot, especially because he's gonna need to Operation Stealth Ninja, just so he can talk to his mom. After a long chat, which is repeated after several phone calls, Bobby decides that his dad is in no good condition to be talked to, as he had suffered a lot throughout the car crash. But on the bright side, this means he can essentially go out whenever he wants. He can do whatever he wants, even more so than a normal Home Alone kid, because, he's invisible. So afterwards, he finds out that the Alyssa's mom and dad, which is the girl, actually worked and did a lot of other sciencey stuff, like how his dad did. So he talks to them with this brilliant idea that the dads could get together and figure something out. Bobby's parents aren't fond of this concept, as he has given away his own cover, and they are very distressed. But sooner or later, the plan is taken into action, and they find out that it was something wrong happened to his blanket. It was his heat-up blanket. So they took it after a phone call with a manager there, said that they can't give logs on other people who said that there was something wrong with the product. Though they could have searched that up online. But anyway, after 59 different phone calls, he finds this one old man who isn't all too tech savvy, but he gets the email of a girl who was also invisible. She originally seems like a decent person who had run away because she didn't understand what was happening, to someone who stole from her parents in order to live on her own, as a scary, invisible, essentially ghost girl. So with the information that he was given, he goes up to his parents, who figure out what to do, and then they figured out if they were just to reverse the properties of the blanket, they could solve his problem and he would become normal again. So what essentially happens is that the police, or at least one officer, bursts down into his room and finds him completely naked, because, when he was doing the thing with the blanket, he wasn't wearing anything. And then they all lived happily ever after. No, seriously, that's how it ends. Also, guys, don't forget to check out my new SoundCloud, link in the description below.